Welcome to CX and Courier Exchange app vlog number 2. So guys, I'm going to show you the CX app today on the screen. So this morning, CX, I switched on the app and first thing I did was look at the jobs. First job I seen was a job from Birmingham going all the way down to, not too far really, sounded big there, to Oxford. And it's one of the older companies, and I've seen the job there. I said 80% chance they're probably going to give it to me, and which they did. They called me and they said the job is ready now, pick it up and go straight down to Abingdon, not far from Oxford. So now it's 1:30 and I'm sitting on a lay-by near the M40, the B4009 junction. There's no number written on the Google Maps for some strange reason, and I dropped off about 10-15 minutes behind there, but I came closer to the motorway junction. It's quite easier to go onto the motorway when you get to the next job, unless it's back that way. Most likely it's going to be this way. So these are the jobs, guys, currently on screen. But let's start from the beginning here. So when you're on your app, there we go. This is how you're going to see it. And this is the CX Fleet version of the app. And the normal app, you'll only see these jobs here that are popping up here. And this is my home location, Birmingham B8 postcode and 50-mile radius. So the jobs are popping up on the screen there, where it says home location at the bottom, are my home location jobs. And then the ones like this, for example, Reading to London, if you could see the notification reason, it says driver current location. So this is showing me jobs 30 miles of my radius from where I'm sitting right now. So both of them jobs are popping up, my home location as well as my driver, myself, current location. So that's how you see the jobs on the normal CX driver app. But on the Fleet app, you get this extra facility as search loads, which you can't do on a driver standard app. So this is a bit extra on your subscription to get this version, which I prefer. So this is the CX Fleet version app. So you know, you got an options there of current location, select location, or from vehicle location. I'll show you the current location today. So you could choose your miles, how far you want to see the jobs on your screen. And at 1:30 on a Tuesday, you don't want to see jobs further away than 30 miles. Because most of the jobs that do pop up on the screen, you have to make them get there before the 1 hour. So if you're going to go for something like 50 miles, you're not going to, 80% of the time, you're not going to make it on time. And you're risking having a problem with the customer, you're chasing the job, you're rushing, problems start being created. So it's always better to just, my opinion, up to you guys what you want to do. So I would choose the 30 miles radius, which is more likely for you to make in a half an hour, in an hour. So vehicle size, it depends what size the vehicle you're in. You could just choose, so I'll just go for the minimum first, from motorcycle and up to the van you have. So if you have a small van, just click small van. If you have a long wheelbase, just click long wheelbase. You don't want to see jobs for Lutons then, do you? So I'm going to click on Luton here. There we go. So I'm in a Luton today. And then you could choose if you want to see jobs for any time, or today, or tomorrow, or any specific dates. But I just want to see jobs for today, guys, and explain about the rest of the app as we go along in the future vlogs. So I want to see jobs for today, because I'm not far away from home, and I really want to just get back home for today. So these are the jobs that are showing up in a 30-mile radius from me. So let's click on the top one and give you an idea. So Milton Keynes, and this is all the job details, and view on map, right? So it's telling me it's 49 miles away, 54 minutes. So even that is unlikely for me to make it on time. Because you gotta remember, guys, this app, CX app, doesn't have Google integrated. You know, the Google Maps integrated the traffic. So this is just standard without traffic, just straightforward, woof, maximum speed limits. So I would say another 10 minutes or 15 minutes on top of this to get there. So you're not gonna make it on time anyway. There's no point even looking at something like that. And over the course of the years, you'll get an idea without even clicking on this to check where it is, because you'll get used to the system and the postcodes and the roads. So let's see what we've got here. These are all the jobs currently. As you can see on the time, there is 1:44. Battery is 100%, should always be when you're on the road. And I want to go north than south, so that's why I'm not clicking on any of these jobs. So there's one there, Hayes, but it's a bit of a mission from where I am. Probably 32 minutes. Let's have a quick look. 32 miles and 33 minutes to get there. So add on about 10 minutes, so 43 minutes to get there. Is it worth me traveling 32 miles to pick up a 123 miles job? 150 quid, and then It is, because then that way I could just drop near West Bromwich and just drive down the road to Birmingham. So it's not a bad job if you want to go home. And it says same day payment and 8 sliding doors and straps required. You have to make sure you have everything here and don't get greedy. So I've been away for a few days and the jobs have gone busier now. Obviously September has started and all the way to Christmas Eve it'll be busy on average over the course of the week or a month compared to the previous 3 months. So when I switched on the app say last week, and I noticed there were jobs on there, 200 jobs. It actually went to 270. So that was a bit of an eye-opener, because the last time I seen that kind of number was probably before coronavirus. So it's been a few years now in my home location anyway. I know other places as London would be a lot more. So I'm here and it's coming up to 2 o'clock and I'm only an hour away from home. So if I don't find anything, I'll be just going straight back up the road home. And the job I came out with, they paid me well. So even if I go home up the road empty, it won't hurt the heart. As I say, it should be. If you're at home location, don't leave with peanuts, is my opinion to you guys for many years experience. Because then, if you're going to go home empty, it's going to hurt the heart. You don't want to hurt the heart. It's all about the heart. You want to do this job, you want to enjoy the job. You want to enjoy the job, you want to enjoy the roads, everything. You want to enjoy everything. You don't want to just be in a position where you're forced to do something. Do something that you like doing, what you love doing. It's a bit quiet at this stage. Sometimes that happens between 12 and 2, because companies be having breaks, lunch breaks. So after 2 till 5, it gets a bit busy again. So that's why I'm having this time here. I'm having a break myself. It's not good for you, but it works. When you're on the road, maybe it works because your mind makes it work, I don't know. But it works for me, and when I'm a bit like this, it just makes them open. If you don't go for that, then you're going to be doing some funny stuff with your eyes to stay awake sometimes. You don't want to be doing that kind of stuff on the road. Dangerous. So, let's see what else information I can give you today. There's plenty of information I can actually give you today, but it's not enough time for me to talk about that. All this stuff here, the accounting, I'll explain the accounting to you. The cost of the CX, I'll mention that to you in the future vlogs too. And if you have any questions, guys, do ask. I would love to answer the questions. Keep me entertained, and I'll keep you entertained with the information that you are probably looking for. And you must be thinking, why you ask him? As I've mentioned in my previous blog, 20 years I've been doing this and changing home locations, and the tricks and tips and tricks, you could say, of how to use this app as best as possible, what times, how. I could tell you all that. Just ask a question and I'll make a vlog on that question if it's an easy one to make. So the job I picked up today from Birmingham was a company called Same Day Courier. It's quite popular, old one, probably about 10 years old, probably longer. And good guys. A lot of companies on here are actually good companies. I know a lot of people ditch these companies. There are some bad companies, and they are mostly good companies I've come across. And payment wise, let's be honest here, in the last 4 years, I would say, let's just go back 4 years. I don't remember much before that. Last 4 years, since coronavirus, let's go. So I've only had one company that failed to pay me or went bankrupt. It was called Truck King. I believe a few of you probably would know that. They were based in Tyseley, so it was like my home location kind of company. So it was a job going up to Edinburgh. Ouch. Yes. And I don't remember exactly what van I was in, but I remember the money. It was $350, so it wasn't a Luton. The Luton would be around $455. So it was $350. And before even payday came, on these Facebook groups that you guys got going on here, I logged in one day and there was people going off by 30, 40 comments, and I was thinking, shit, that's happened. I knew what it would be about. And I clicked on it, and oh yeah, Truck King has gone off CX. And there's still 2 weeks left for payment. And I thought to myself, my first one. And I won't ever forget that. You'd never ever forget your first failed payment. You worked hard for it. You driven 6 hours. You went and picked up that job. It was a hard job. You gone 6 hours. You dropped it off. You spent the night there. Your 350 is gone down the drain. It hurts. That's when the heart hurts. But then you got to put the stuff like that behind you and look at the positives, And I got a job down from Edinburgh to Derby the next day, so it was good company, Van Trans. You guys probably aware of them. He's a good guy too. And that was that. And ever since, I've not had a bad non-paying customer, because you learn a lesson. With CX, they're not your own customers, are they? And you're using the CX for backloads and additional kind of stuff to move around. And now with CX, with this Smart Pay enabled system that's come out since last year, June, July, I think it was, I've not had a problem since then either. All the payments have been made on time. Everything's been going good. And there's the odd one where it says not Smart Pay enabled. There are still a few around, even though it's mandatory to have Smart Pay now. And I done one a month back, and I don't want to name the company on here. And I done the job, and the payday was on the 30th of August, and today is the 2nd of September. And I've messaged them this morning, a couple of days after the due date, and I've not had a response. And it was about £200, and it wasn't Smart Pay enabled, but it was one of them jobs. I was away from home, and I seen it on the screen, and it's coming back to Birmingham. So I thought, let's bid for it, take a risk. It's taking me home anyway. I was gonna go home empty probably that day anyway. It's a Friday or something. So I took the job on, and so let's see. And to be honest, it's not only this customer. Several customers over the course of the years would end up paying you late, 3, 4, 5, 7 days late. But up to 7 days, they do end up paying you. So just a bit of patience. And a few have gone into a month late, but they still ended up paying. But there's been communication there. So long as you have communication with the company and they're telling you they're going to be paying you on this date or that date, then you're okay. But I don't end up bidding for them jobs ever again. Most likely they go on my block list, and I've only got 6 on my block list. So imagine that from them 6 were the ones that paid me around a month late. So I don't want to see their jobs anymore, and that's it. Don't want to come across a situation where you're sitting in Brighton, you want to go home and you see that company's job, you end up bidding for it. You know what's going to happen. You'd rather come back home empty. So back on the screen here, nothing there. You must be thinking I just said it's busy. Let's show you. There's 88 jobs on the screen at the moment from my home location, and there are jobs there you can do if you want to. But like I mentioned, it's my choice currently at the moment. I'm only choosing today, only 30-mile radius. I'm searching and I don't want to go south, so I'm becoming restricted to what I can do. And some of these 30-mile jobs are just too far away, even though the under 30 miles, well, this one's showing 52 miles because it's going a long way down. Otherwise, as the crow flies, that would be 30 miles through Aylesbury maybe and Leighton Buzzard. So I wouldn't bother going for something like that. And let's pause this for now. And when I get a job, if I get one today, I will let you know. And if I don't get one, I'll get home and I'll let you know.